Hi YouTube, it's been a really wild ride of a year, and I guess I just wanted to acknowledge that in my final Vlogmas video. I did mention that I'm doing reflections on things that I've done this year, and one of the biggest things that I've done this year is focus on YouTube for a little bit. Focus on me and you, our relationship, you know? So this year kind of marks the first time that I kind of took a lot of big swings. I am not a big swing girly. I am normally I don't know, we gotta build up to it till we feel comfortable kind of vibe. And I did a lot of things this year that I think were very big risks, and for better or for worse, I think a lot of them paid off in really surprising ways. One of those things being this YouTube account, where it's not that it's like busting or nothing, you know, it's a very modest account, but I struggle quite often with how much of like, I guess, commodifying my art, how to make it work. So when I say commodifying my art, I guess I mean in this world of like social media and like posting our illustration journeys and pieces, it's kind of hard to figure out how much of it is shareable, how much of it is worth sharing, how much pressure do I put on myself to share those things, and will I still get good work at the end of it? I really struggle with that balance of like sharing and creating and making work specifically to share. It's an ongoing process. I am definitely not perfect at it still, but starting this YouTube channel was a step in that direction, and figuring out how to balance all these things. What I mean when I say, you know, commodifying my art, it's kind of like, so with the advent of social media and putting things out there for people to quote unquote consume, everything gets turned into content. And a lot of times for me, when I'm trying to make an illustration or do fan art, I think when I think too much about, oh, I have to get it out by this time, like the pressure to be timely, be relevant, post something that has to do with, I don't know, whatever's going on, and also posting regularly, like when art becomes content, in order to feed the algorithm machine, you gotta do all these posts by every day, you gotta post something like, you know, there's that whole bag with like being on social media, and I really struggle with making sure that I'm putting out things that I like putting out, and not just putting out things that are just there to game the system, like feed the algorithm monster. So the YouTube was kind of a struggle in figuring out what can I do that serves me but also is consistent. Hey, we set it up, we did the thing. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. But Patricia, do you want to be on camera? Oh, you can't say hi to my lovely assistant. I'm so sorry. There she is. But you guys, we're in prime real estate, because across from me is Aqua Richardson, and across from me again is Ralph Macchio. So the Karate Kid. So stay winning is what I'm trying to say. Also, apparently, the celebrity photos are like right down there. So we might get good foot traffic. Fingers crossed. Plus, when I open my tablet, it said 11:11. So I feel like today's just gonna be a good luck day, right? She says right. I do think to some extent the convention that I did this year, which was my very first tabling at a convention event, and my YouTube channel kind of went hand in hand. It was kind of like the convention was an output of everything that I was inputting into YouTube. I was able to see the end result, or see the other side of like making all this art, and it was really rejuvenating, restorative. I'm trying to find the right word for this, but yeah, it was just it made me feel really good to be able to see that people responded to the art. Sometimes you're just making things and you don't necessarily see the end of it, and so it was really wonderful being able to like have people in person respond to my work. You know how Kylie Jenner said this is the year of realizing things, I think a couple years ago? I feel like this has been a year for me of realizing things. This whole journey of like doing the most random, out of pocket, kind of wild swing things, at least for me, as far as like art and putting myself out there goes, has been a mixed bag of results, but undeniable that the good has outweighed the bad. And I'm very excited to see what other wild swings I may or may not take next year, especially with YouTube and mentions and putting myself out there. So I'm just excited to do more of that. Anyway, that's it. Have a wonderful rest of your year, everyone, and I'll see you guys on the internet sometime. Bye.